YouTube as well. So we're going to be kind of moving things over there to YouTube. You can catch episodes. All the ones that work technologically to be able to be put onto YouTube are over on YouTube. Of course, the lives that we watch are still available on YouTube once we switch over to that platform. So the key is you'll be seeing a lot of links and stuff to our YouTube stuff. And we're going to be putting a lot of stuff on YouTube that isn't live. This time of the year, it's fun to go out at night. I take people out looking for creatures at night. By the way, if you're local or not local and you end up wanting to come to the area and you want to go out and you want to see some of these cool creatures out in the wild, hey, come on and do it with me. We do nocturnal excursions. We actually do some daytime stuff, but this time of the year, most everything is nocturnal in the desert, and so that's when we blacklight for scorpions, and we find rattlesnakes and mountain lions and javelina and fox and all kinds of cool stuff. Of course, bats and owls and all the nocturnal stuff. So keep that in mind. With that being said, today, though, we're going to Australia. Well, we're not really. Okay, that's a very long trip. That would be a very long video. But we're talking Aussie creatures, and today is part 1. We've got one coming up on Wednesday, another one on Friday, but right now it is Aussie Week Part 1, and we're looking at one of the probably most well-known creatures from Australia. This is a lizard known as the bearded dragon. The bearded dragon got its name because when it gets scared, it can shoot fire out of its... No, that's not true. It doesn't shoot fire. No. It looks like a dragon. That's where the dragon part came from. But when it gets scared, it actually defends itself by looking even scarier, by puffing out this bottom part right here and making all these little spikes stick out like a little beard, because beards are scary. Well, okay, maybe, but it works for him. You see, an animal comes to eat the bearded dragon, opens the mouth, makes the big beard, hisses, it looks bigger, it looks scarier, and I know you want this guy to do it. The problem is, they're actually a very, very nice, calm lizard. This guy here knows I'm not going to try and eat him. He doesn't have to, do the beard thing. No, say I'm not going to eat you. Yeah, he knows that. But the bearded dragon is a pretty good sized lizard. As big as this one is, it's actually not quite full grown. They actually get a little bit bigger. Most of the time, where are you going? Now it wants to move. The bearded dragons, they'll live in both forested areas and in desert areas. And this one here looks kind of like the horned lizard that we did just last week, actually. Here in Arizona, we have the horned lizard. Well, this guy has a lot more tail. He has a little bit of the horns to him. It kind of feels like that, but doesn't have the big spikes on the head. And he's an omnivore, which means he eats both plants and animals. So he likes to eat bugs. He eats a lot of crickets, eats cockroaches and stuff like that. He also will eat other small lizards. He'll eat small snakes, maybe a mouse now and then. Yeah, so he sounds like quite the carnivore, but he also eats a lot of green leafy lettuce and stuff. Oh, and he'll also eat things like berries and things like that. But I said he's not quite full grown. He will get a little bit bigger. I decided to show off yet a little bit bigger bearded dragon. You can see the size there as this one jumps off the screen. Jump back into there, though. This one, you'll see, is quite a bit bigger. This one is full grown here. And this lizard is just as nice. It's a little bit darker colored because it's from a little bit different areas, from the forested area. And just as nice, once again, what if I tried to eat you? Gonna put the beard out? Huh? Look at, people are scared of beard. And he's like, whatever, man, what are you doing? Yeah, but you get the idea. It's a pretty good sized lizard. And wouldn't that be just awesome to be out there walking around, hiking, and see something like this sitting up on a rock, sitting up on a tree, sitting up on a post, just checking you out. It's a very cool lizard. Now, the bearded dragons, they'll live about 10 years or so. They lay eggs, which is how they reproduce. They'll lay their eggs in a little place in the ground and then leave them there. And they hatch into cute little tiny baby bearded dragons that are so sweet and cute and get eaten by a lot of animals in the wild. But the bearded dragon, course, out there helping by eating the fruit, helping spread the seeds. He's also pruning the plants, but he's out there getting rid of all those bugs and mice and other such things. And of course, the bearded dragon, yeah, is definitely a cool lizard. Now, because they are from Australia, everything in Australia is cool, right? Yeah, from Australia, they are here as pets. There are people that keep bearded dragons as pets. We talked about that during the which lizard would be a good pet for me segment. And we won't get too much into the captive care of them, but they were actually brought over from Australia and now are in the pet industry here in the United States. And so it's something that a lot of people have heard of and can experience. But wild, yeah, they're great to have out there. But with that being said, I've got another little lizard I want to talk about. Because as cool as this guy is, he likes to just sit around. So we'll just stick him right up there for now. And hope he holds on really well. I think we're good, right? Are you up there? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know what you're thinking. Can we double bearded dragon it? Yes, of course. Why not? Right? I mean, let's be honest. One bearded dragon on your head is enough. But two, that's way better. Yeah. By the way, they get along with each other pretty well, as you can tell. These guys actually used to live together. They don't now, but they can. Oh, and by the way, they are lizards. So now they're on my head, and I can't really show you too well. Look at the tail. Look at that. Can you see the tail? You see the smaller one, the yellower one here? It's the desert one. They got in a fight at one time. Not with this one. It wasn't a bearded dragon that did it, but his tail got broke, just like any lizard's tail can break. And so this part right here is just starting to grow back, and it'll take a few years for that to grow back. It grows back very, very slowly. Bearded dragons can have the tail break off, but they don't rely on their tail breaking off. And so they rely on the spikes and the beard. But you know what? You get to the forested areas or even some of the urban areas, there's another lizard in Australia that I think is just as cool, if not cooler. That lizard I'm talking about is one with yet another funny name, like everything in Australia. This is a skink. Yeah, this lizard is a type of skink. Skinks, it's a fun word, isn't it? It sounds like I tried to say the skunk stinks and I mixed them together. The skink. Yeah, the skink is a kind of lizard that's found in a lot of parts of the world. We have some here in the United States. We have some right here in Arizona. They don't get this big. But skinks are one of those a lot of people see. Maybe 5-line skinks or plain skinks or lots of skinks. Skinks usually have a long, skinny body with short legs that are spread way apart. And a lot of times here in the United States, the skinks have a very long tail. Their tail is over twice as long as the body. But this is Australian for skink, so he's a little different. You see, this guy, I think he looks kind of like a burrito. Yeah, he's a burrito lizard. That's what I would call him if I was allowed to name stuff. This guy, doesn't he look like a burrito, like, you know, a little salsa, you know, a little sour cream? We got a little burrito going on. Yeah, he's not getting really too worried. This lizard, this type of skink, is one of the largest types on the planet, and it's called a blue-tongued skink. And it got the name blue-tongued skink because it has a blue tongue. Blue tongue, that was way off. Okay, hold on just a second. We need to talk. Remember we talked beforehand? I said blue tongue. Yeah, blue tongue. Look like that. Yes. You ready? You got your cue? Okay. We're back. Hi. So this is a blue tongue skink, and the blue tongue. You're getting a hold of me. I said blue tongue. So yeah. Okay. Okay. And he got the name. Seriously. Wait. Hold it. Wait. He got the name blue tongue skink because he has. Here comes your cue. A blue tongue. A blue. Seriously, we talked about this. Blue tongue. Okay, there we go. Yay! Let's clap our little hands for the... Oh, he's like T-Rex. He can't clap. Okay, I'll clap for you. The blue tongue skink has this blue tongue, which I think you can see very well there. And this blue tongue is how he finds his food. This guy's also an omnivore, but he doesn't climb very well. No, he's with legs, not a climbing machine. So this guy walks along the ground in the forested areas, blending in very well because he looks like the leaves on the forest floor. And as he's moving through there, he's licking the ground because he can taste his bug. Oh, there was a bug here. And then he'll track that bug down. Or maybe he'll lick a spot and go, oh, I bet there's something here. He'll dig up some bug. Or maybe he'll lick a berry. Well, that's a good berry. And he'll eat the berries. And of course, that works out very well for him to find his food. But he looks like a burrito. So if an animal comes after him thinking food, because let's be honest, all right, a dingo is thinking burrito. Yeah, y'all know what a dingo is, right? Thumbs up if you know what a dingo is. I'm assuming everybody knows what a dingo is. Okay, come on, you guys. Everybody here grew up singing the song too. When you were little, just like me, there was a farmer had had a dog, and Dingo was his name. O-D-I-N-G. You guys didn't sing? Oh, wait, no, that's Bingo. That's different. Oh, you know what? I bet in Australia they sing it differently. I would sing it as Dingo, because they're like an Australian coyote. They're a dog, a wild dog that lives in Australia, and they would think this would be a tasty dinner. So a dingo comes up to eat it. He can't run fast because little legs. Yeah, he can't climb, he can't jump, he can't fly. What does he do? He uses his blue tongue that he really has it. He doesn't like to show. But he doesn't do that with it. I mean, if a dingo comes up to you, don't go and think it's going to work, all right? Because it doesn't. But he opens his mouth, he sticks his tongue out, and then he makes his tongue go really wide, and it's like all wrinkly up and down. It's like mouth open. He hisses. He's got this wrinkled tongue. It looks like his head explodes inside out. It's really weird. Now, it works. I don't know why it works, because with me, the first time and only time really I've ever seen a blue-tongued skink do that with the tongue, I started laughing. Maybe that's the whole thing. He's just killing them with comedy, you know? Don't eat me. And they go, ha, 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 and he runs off. I don't know. Maybe the dingoes run off to tell their friends, hey, come here. This is the craziest thing you've ever seen. This thing has an inside-out head. It's like, I don't know. But in any case, it works. Maybe dingoes don't like to eat animals with inside-out heads. That could be it too. But whatever it happens in the dingo's head, the blue tongue hissing thing works. And it works great. So, with all that being said about the walking legged burrito here, let's take a couple of questions.
Can he distinguish between poison berries?
Oh, yes. Yes. You eat one and then you never eat any more. That's how I determine between poison berries. No, actually, yes. When they taste it with his tongue, he's not getting enough of anything that might be poisonous, especially inside. And it is something that usually tastes that way. Poison berries are different from boysenberries. Completely different. Yes, don't ever buy poisonberry jelly and put it on your boysenberry is good though. But yes, they can by taste tell the difference between the plants. Not just the berries, but the leaves and flowers and different things he can tell. And of course, there are some bugs out there that have a bad taste to them, and so they don't get eaten as well. So very good question there. And that's the nice thing about tasting everything, just a little bit before you eat it. Now, I don't encourage everybody to walk around and, lick the ground, okay? But unless you have a blue tongue. Yeah, anyway, another question.
So it's kind of hard to tell on video, but how long is he, if you can kind of get
Oh, gotcha. He is that long. Oh, that's not helping you. He's this long. Actually, if we do force perception, he's 6 feet long. Now, he's about 24 inches long, all right? So we'll put him on here. This might help you. So he's like from my belly to my shoulder, and I'm a little person, so he's about 2 feet long. So he's got some length to him, and he'll get a little bit longer as he grows, but this is pretty much full grown. But that's a good size skink, right? Yeah. And where are you going now? You don't need to go up there and say hi to your friends. Okay. So, and the blue-tongued skink, he's one of those crazy creatures that Australia is known for. He's definitely, and by the way, there's other blue-tongued skinks, not just in Australia, by the way. There actually are some in Indonesia as well. The Indonesian ones look very similar, a little bit different pattern stuff, but about the same size. But this is the Australian version of that. And of course, I think it's a very cool creature. And these guys can be found in the city. So imagine that you just live in a city and you go out in your backyard. Some of you maybe go out and you see like a little tree lizard on the fence, right? And you're like, oh, he's doing push-ups and stuff. Can you imagine coming out and having a walking burrito crawl across your back and watch? Yeah, this guy's out there looking cool, sliding around and helping everybody. So we've got a couple of cool lizards here. Well, a few actually. We still have these guys holding on pretty well up there. No, you're not going to go up there. I know it doesn't work like that. Yeah, but yeah, one more time. The blue tongue, blue tongue, blue tongue. Like that, blue tongue. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want any of that. So we're going to put you back down in there. We'll see if we can get one of these guys back off of here while I go ahead and take this opportunity to thank Abiding Impression, our sponsor for helping with our merchandise store. By the way, if you haven't visited the merchandise store and ordered your Wild Man Phil swag, you still can. We've got lots of stuff in stock, all kinds of cool shirts and DVDs and bracelets and all sorts of things. But also a big shout out, of course, to Coyote Peterson, Mario, and Mark over at Brave Wilderness. Great guys, wonderful stuff. Always been great supporters of us, and we thank you guys for that. Also, Overwatch Designs got some cool stickers in that you guys can purchase now, thanks to Overwatch Design helping us out some with this. And locally, the Casa Grande Sign Shop is coming up as our good sponsor for when we get back to doing our live shows, which we're hoping to do soon. So hopefully everybody enjoyed watching this semi-live. You can't touch them or smell them, which is good for you. Trust me on this one. But I hope you enjoyed learning about some of the Australian creatures. Now, we've got more coming up on Wednesday. I'm not going to give it away, but let's just say there's some creepier things than lizards in Australia, like snakes and frogs and other cool stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of those on Wednesday, and then we'll get to some cute but crazy creature on Friday. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember to pass around the links and let everybody else get a chance to see all these cool things. And hopefully we'll see you again sometime live near you. But with that, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching Australian Creatures Part 1.